Good evening, family. Welcome. Welcome. Let me go to this other little thing. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Press one if you hear me. That'd be very much appreciated. Press one if you hear me. All right. Thanks. I see. Press one if you hear me. Press one if you hear me. Press one if you hear me. Could you hear me? Hello? Could you hear me? Okay. I want to thank y'all for coming. I will show you my food in a few. I just want to get the stuff out, get the mhm. I'm glad everybody's doing all right. Okay. That's what I want. Yeah. Let me name everybody. Um Darian Marion, welcome. 89, welcome. Big Cat TV. Salute to you, brother. Thanks for coming. I see as always. Thank you, sister. Thank you, Queen, for coming. And that be the beautiful one. Thanks for coming. Poetic Cows. Thanks for coming, McQueen. Welcome. And I guess that's it. We're gonna wait for some more people to come in. And we're gonna have a jolly good time. Show you my for confirmation information. Okay. Thanks for checking in. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Glad everybody come. Wait for some more people to come in before I show my food. The ones who first time here, I be doing this every Sunday. Cooking, showing my food. Also show my. Sometimes I have dessert. Sometimes I do have dessert, and I be banging out some excellent meals. But this is simple. Sometimes I go out. Sometimes I don't. But I did this today. It's nice and easy. Um, so I want y'all to go check it out in a few. So hold on, family. Let me get this out the way. Um, hold on, fam. I'm coming. I'm coming, family. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh yeah. Thanks for coming, family. Oh yes, oh yes. Now everybody coming now. If the ones who want to see my food, I want to see 7 ones. Start it right now. 7 ones. You want to see my food? I want to see. I don't want nobody put consecutive ones. I want to see seven. I want to see sevens. 7-1, one at a time. Welcome. Thanks for coming, fam. That's 1, 2. Let's go. 3, 4, 5. 2 more ones. 6. Charwood, welcome. 7. There it is. See, that's why I like it. That's how I like it. And the same one I wanted when I bring dessert up between 35, 40 minutes. Hey, that's 8. All right. Terrell Davis. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Before hold on, let me hit this off. See my face. Holla. Holla, holla, holla. Now, let me see this. Okay. Now, check this out, fam. We're not going to use SUB no more because my brother in the chat, Big Cass, has told me and other ones that when we use that SUB, they be taking our stuff, taking our SUP away. So what we're gonna do, well, from now on, you wanna do that, I support you. And then when you send it back, I support you back. Say it again. We're gonna support, you wanna do that instead of SUP. Is this off? SUB. Instead of that, we're going to replace that. I support you. Then when you send it back, I support you back. Thank you, or I got you. All right? Okay. Now, this is easy but effective. All right, let me put this right here. All right, so let me show y'all. Keep it real with you. All right, turn this around. On top is on the bottom is elbow macaroni. This is ground turkey with bold Creole seasoning. Mix it up. Hot sauce, and I put a little Parmesan cheese on it, and I mix that. Make my own sloppy Joe. This is mixed vegetables, string beans and broccoli, and this is homemade sangria. See that? Homemade sangria. All right, and people say, "Hey, doctor, switching it up." Yeah, that's how I do. Malik Omar, what's good? Sunny Boxing Talk, what's good? What's good, family? What's good? What's good? Malik Omar, Sunny Boxing Talk, have you seen my food? Yeah, that's right. Let them know, Malik. Let them know. Yeah. Welcome, Charwood. I see you in a while. Welcome back. Damian Marion, thanks a lot. Appreciate that. Thanks for subbing to me. That's it, yeah. But thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I'm gonna I'm gonna get you on the panel. You know what I'm talking about in a few minutes. So I'm hungry, motherfucker. But it's effective, brothers. It's effective. Guys, you doing all right? Sonny Boss Talk? Should stay asleep. I see everybody. Gotta put the hot sauce, add a little spicy, add a little. All right, but um, but I do want to talk about. It's gonna be like a few things, but I do want to talk about what happened. Cat Williams and Tiffany Haddish and Cat Williams. I want us to go more deeper now. I really do. And also, we're going to talk about other things. But what I'm going to do, start inviting people in on the panel. You know who you are. And anybody else that want to join the panel, feel free. Hey. Like I said, anybody else want to join the panel, put your email in the chat, and let me copy it down. And when I get you could erase it. All right, women, welcome to. Welcome, She Stay Sleep. Welcome, my brother. I'm glad everybody. Hope everybody's doing okay. I'm doing all right. Queen, who I am, thanks for coming. I'm gonna show you what Blaze is supposed to give me some time. Thanks for coming. Hold on. Let me see something. Okay, just let me know. I said to you. Yeah. Yo, hit the like button. Get them lights up. Malik, I see the link. Point Kells, if you want to get on, you can. You know? CRU, that should say CRU, that should okay, just let me know, Malik. All right, brothers, how y'all feel tonight? Oh, I see. Thanks for coming. How y'all feel tonight? Thanks for joining the panel.
Thanks for having me again, brother. I feel peaceful today.
That's good. Well, I wasn't feeling good at first, but I felt much better. I'm good, thank you. She stay sleep. My brother.
What's up, bro? What's going on?
Like I told the brother, I wasn't feeling that good, but I feel much better. I'm
No
happy for
doubt.
that. I had a bad headache, so but I felt much better and stuff. And I'm glad that you talking. Now I want to ask you a question. What do you? Oh, I'm sorry. I see, Queen. How you doing? Maybe she didn't hear. Okay, but let me start with the brothers. What do you think of what happened with the saga with Cat Williams, um, Tiffany Haddison, and Kevin Hart? What's your feelings about that? Anybody can start first.
Man, if you wouldn't mind, man, would you give a brief overview of what happened? Because I'm not sure I'm 100% abreast of what's going on, but I do know Cat Williams always starting something. So
No, I don't think. No, I don't think Cat Williams ain't starting. I think Cat Williams. What happened? He was tell somebody and tell me if I'm right or wrong. She stay asleep. He was talking about how Kevin Hart was wearing a dress and how Tiffany Haddison was coming after Monique for nothing and everything has spied on. And then after that I believe, yeah, and then Tiffany after that, Tiffany Haddison and Kevin Hart was taking shots at Cat Williams, but I feel Cat Williams was like telling the truth. And you can go as she Stacey while I copy this down. I gotta copy his thing down.
Well, I did a video. It's on my channel. Y'all want to check it out. But what happened was Cat Williams was on a radio show in Atlanta, V103, and he was just being honest, like Cat Williams always is, and he was saying that a lot of these new comics, you know, that's getting a lot of movie offers and stuff like that, they're really not that funny. And he named Tiffany Haddish. He said Little Rel was not funny. He said Hannibal Burris is not funny, and a couple of other dudes. And what happened after that was Kevin Hart found a reason, well, felt like he had a reason to reply. And at first he didn't really say nothing. He was kind of like, coying, like he wasn't trying to say nothing negative. And then um with all of the backlash and all that stuff, um he got on the him and Tiffany Haddish went on a Breakfast Club and they start trashing Cat. And they was just saying a bunch of shit that wasn't true about Cat Williams. So that's basically what happened.
where did Kevin Hart get into the mix?
Well, he just felt like he had to defend Tiffany because he's in that new movie with Tiffany Haddish. So he felt like he had to defend her. She's a new comic in the game, and I guess he's like, I guess, ushering her through things or teaching her the game or whatever. But he felt like he had to defend her. Or Cat Williams ain't disrespect her or nothing. He just said he thought that she wasn't funny, and Kevin Hart felt like he had to defend her. So they end up going on a Breakfast Club, and they was they was trashing Cat.
Yeah, man. I've heard and seen a lot of videos of the brother Cat Williams shooting a lot of disses out. You know what I mean? To me, to be honest with you, in my opinion, it seemed like a whole lot of hate. You know what I mean? To sit there and trash somebody else's career talking about they not funny, but like I don't know. To me, some people he might not be funny. Uh, he pretty funny to me though. You know what I mean? And a whole lot of other people feel otherwise. But that's why I asked, like, what was the whole situation? Because it seemed like when you look at Cat Williams, it don't seem like his decisions are really sound right now. Like he be getting in trouble, little kids be beating him up, uh, and he just be like just throwing shade sometimes. I mean, what do you guys thoughts on that?
Well, yeah, you can go ahead, she Stacy. I'm gonna follow back, and I gotta show my food.
Well, I don't think Cat Williams is a troublemaker. I feel like he's a he's a truth speaker, and people are afraid and they're intimidated people. They are intimidated of people that tell the truth. And at the end of the day, I really feel like they went up there and had to double team Cat because they know they can't fuck with Cat. Cat funnier than both of them. To me, Kevin Hart is not funny. He never was funny. Saying gay jokes and referencing acting gay and all of that, that's not funny to me. Acting like a woman, it's not funny to me. So, and I think Kevin Hart know that that he's not funnier than Cat Williams. Tiffany Haddish do too. So that's why they had to slander him because they know that they not funnier than him. They already know that. Cat Williams is a legend. Only reason why Kevin Hart is who he is because he got a lot of movies. He's not one of the dudes that could stand up in front of people and really make people laugh. Kevin Hart is not funny. He's silly. It's a difference to me. Anybody could act silly, but it's not. It's hard to make people laugh and really make people laugh with jokes, not with antics, not you running around acting stupid. And that to me, that's all Kevin Hart is. He's just a silly dude. He's not really funny. Cat Williams is actually funny. Tiffany Haddish is not funny. Monique is actually funny. She done did stand-up shows and she's funny. A lot of these new comedians are not funny. And that's all Cat was saying. And Cat always been like that. He always told the truth. And when you in the industry and you're a truth speaker, they try to blackball you. They try to ostracize you. People who are bigger than you, they try to paint a certain picture of you. And that's what Kevin Hart was trying to do. He know he got more clout than Cat right now. So he went on a Breakfast Club and said Cat is on drugs and all types of shit like that. And them dudes know Cat Williams ain't on no drugs. All he do is smoke weed and drink. He ain't on no drugs. He said Mike Epps was on drugs too. Like Kevin Hart is on some sucker shit. I don't respect that. And he never addressed the fact that Cat Williams was just saying that they wasn't funny. He didn't never address that fact. And perhaps Cat Williams just put out another little video, I think it was on Instagram, where he's challenging Kevin Hart. He said he'll put up $1 million, and he told Kevin Hart to put up some millions. And they could battle at anything he want. They could have a rap battle, they could fight, or they could have a standoff with jokes, and whoever's the funniest take the money. So let's see if Kevin Hart take him up on that offer.
Well, um, well, for me, it's this. I'm along with She Stay Sleep, and I think that to me, Catwood was always my all time favorite because he tells the truth. And he's some to me he was remind me a little bit of Paul Mooney, um, Monique, Chris Rock, and the ones in the past, even Robin Harris. And to me, the ones that always told the truth is always be the ones that always be saying talking. These are the same people that always want to keep on talking, talking, talking. And then I know, as you say, you feel sorry that you figured that Cat was always speak. I don't see it that way. I just feel that there's a person they've been going after for years and years and years, and he always, yes, Bernie Mac, yes, body snatcher, boss and fitness. Thanks for coming. And I just feel that you know, Cat Williams did not put on a dress. Kevin Hart did. All right. Tiffany Haddish got them to talk about Cat Williams and all that, but you lied about your husband hitting you or not, and you reciprocated back. But I found out that is very, very peculiar that some of us as a people, we don't talk about stuff like that. And to me, it's that to me that's some sucker shit, and I don't like that. And so I'm gonna leave on to that. Let me show my food and let me explain this. What Blazing Sports? What Blazing Sports? I got here some elbow macaroni on top. I made up my own sloppy Joe. It's ground turkey, bold Creole seasoning, little hot sauce, also a little Parmesan cheese. That's why you see the little cutting on it. And then also you see the mixed vegetables, that string beans with string beans with broccoli, and this is homemade sangria. And here you go. So, and the ones who see it, there it is and stuff like that. So and that's what I feel about it. I remember that once upon a time, see, I grew up of the time of Richard Pryor, George Carlin, and the white boy. They was funny, and later on, Eddie Murphy and Whoopi Goldberg, which I mean, she's still funny, and Chris and the rest of them coming in. And so, and Bernie Mac, you see, and these people have told stories. These people had told, and Paul Mooney. I'm sorry, I put Paul Mooney, and just today is nothing but jokes. It just for me is that I wish these today commenters stay on their own weight. Stay on your own, get your own damn weight up. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, is anybody like Martin Lawrence too, but he put on a dress. There's no credibility to me. You put on a dress. They say, oh, he's still funny, And so that's my feeling about it. Anybody can say anything. Anybody can talk on a panel.
I would say this. I don't agree with these comedians wearing dresses and things of that nature. You know what I mean? I don't agree with it at all. You know what I mean? I'm an alpha male. You know what I mean? But at the same time, when you look at the body of work of some of these guys' careers, like a Martin Lawrence, whether he had on the dress or not, the brother was funny. Again, I don't agree with him wearing a dress. You know what I mean? A lot of his comedies, he didn't wear a dress, but like some of them he did. And a lot of us grew up watching Martin. You know what I mean? A lot of us still watch Martin. A lot of us grew up watching him on, Def Comedy Jam. Um, a lot of our favorite comedians, unfortunately, has put on a dress. And again, I don't condone none of that. Like I'm not with none of that. But at the same time, they were still funny. But they just were weak enough in the mind to be able to be controlled in that way. But I still, going back to this Cat Williams situation, I still don't feel like he's like just all innocent or people are just picking with him. Like I don't really believe that because it seemed like every time I turn around, he's calling out somebody beefing with somebody though. Like like this is not his first rodeo. So maybe I'm a little ignorant of the situations because like sometimes I don't pay attention to him a lot. I catch videos every now and then. One of the last people he apparently called out was Steve Harvey. You know what I mean? So like throughout Cat Williams' career, he's called out different people for whatever reason. But like as the way I think about it is this: if you out getting your money, go out get your money and just get your money. Like why you gotta that and it's for anybody. Why you gotta worry about somebody else and what they doing or how they making their money? You know what I mean? Like a lot of people feel that Kevin Hart's not funny. He's this and that. Yes, he wore a dress. I don't agree with that. Any type of homosexual or womanly fetishes that men do that I don't like none of it. You know what I mean? If I see it, I won't support it. Like if I see a movie and they doing something in the movie, like I turn a movie. But it's a fact when Kevin Hart does a show, he sells out. He sells out arenas. So everybody's not gonna hold that same opinion saying that these guys are not funny, whether they be silly or however they do it. But I think a lot of what's going on is a lot of these older um, comedians are upset because the way he's doing it is unconventional to the old ways. Like Kevin Hart might have some writers behind him. You know what I mean? Like he might have some ghostwriter, some comedian ghostwriters. Um, whereas a Cat Williams or Mike Epps, they might not have that. They might be writing all their own material. Does that say that he's funny in them? I would say yeah, because I mean, they're writing their own material, or whatever. But at the same time, um, it's kind of like don't knock the hustle, almost in a way. To me, I mean that's kind of that's how I feel about the situation. Like right now, you look at hip hop. A lot of artists now, hip hop artists now, they don't write their lyrics no more. All people care about now is just if they sound good. You know what I mean? You look at Drake. I've heard Jay-Z had ghostwriters before. I mean, you can go on and on and on. So I think that Kevin Hart, he probably has like a whole team of writers write stuff for him. That he sit down in a board meeting or something and pick the best jokes or whatever. So That's my take.
You go,
Well,
she stays. I'm
I
sorry.
think I think that I think it's very common nowadays when people get a honest opinion on things for people to say they hating. Especially when a person got more than you feel like somebody hating on you because they giving a opinion on you. It's almost like, who the fuck is you to say what you saying about me, nigga? I got more than you. And a lot of people walk around with this mentality. Like, oh, nobody could criticize me because look what I'm doing. Nah, nigga, you ain't nothing special. If somebody want to critique you, they can. And Cat Williams Kevin Hart, that's what I get from him. He's trying to say people are failures. How Cat Williams is a failure? Cat Williams is doing the same shit you doing now. He was doing that 5, 10 years ago when you was a nobody. So who was you to walk around and feel like you could tell somebody that they can't say nothing about you? And at the end of the day, he's in the same industry as you. He's a comedian. Cat Williams was doing movies before Kevin Hart. Cat Williams was the man before, when Kevin Hart was a little nigga running around getting casted by Dame Dash. When he was a nobody in Philly, Cat Williams was coming to Philly selling out shows before Kevin Hart even was anybody. So I don't know why Kevin Hart feel like, or why other people feel like Cat Williams can't say nothing about nobody. I hate that type of attitude. Like, you're not above criticism because you have money. Because you're popping, somebody can't say nothing about you. It's almost like when Remy was coming at Nicki, everybody was saying Remy was hating. How was Remy hating? Remy was just challenging her. You not the best, I'm the best. Now show people you're the best. Let's compete. It's not about nobody hating, and I don't like when people use that word because it's like people are using it, they're misusing that. Hating is when you want something, or you mad at somebody because they got something you don't have. That's hating. Cat ain't hating on him. Cat is giving his honest opinion. And actually, he didn't even really say shit about Kevin Hart. He was talking about all these new comics that are not funny. And he has the right to say that, being that he is an OG. He could come out and say these people not funny. It's the same shit when Corey Holcomb gave his opinion on Jess Hilarious. When she came out and said, "Oh nigga, you hating," and da 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 da. Corey Holcomb is a legend. If he think you not funny and he feel like, because she took a picture with her and her son in a bathtub, and he said, "Yo, this is what happens when you not funny. You gotta do little shit to get recognized." And she said, "Oh, you hating, you mad because you old and washed up and all." Like, people gotta stop that shit. Like, these dudes already put their work in. Cat Williams ain't got nothing else to prove. He already put his work in. Cat Williams is a legend. Kevin Hart is still working on that. Kevin Hart ain't no legend yet. And just because you do a bunch of movies and you get all these movie opportunities don't mean that you funny. Like, people got to understand that when they put you in the system, the same machine that they put commercial rappers in, of course you're going to look successful more than other people. Of course. But the guys with the real talent is the guys that's still going around doing comedy tours. And those are guys like Cat Williams, Corey Holcomb, Red Grant. These are real funny dudes. Real funny dudes. And yeah, Cat is in the industry. He doing his movies and all of that. Salute to him. But nobody's hating on him because he got money. Nobody's hating on him because he got movies or anything like that. I just feel like he gave his honest opinion. And nowadays, when you give your opinion on somebody and people feel like that person you're critiquing has more than you, people call you a hater. And that's not the definition of hating. That's not what a hater is. A hater is when you mad at somebody because they got something you want. And what is it that Cat Williams want that Kevin Hart has? Nothing. Like I said, Cat Williams was that dude before Kevin Hart. And Cat Williams is still that dude. It's just that he won't do certain things. And when you're not willing to do certain things, and a lot of comedians say this, just like a lot of rappers say it. When you're not willing to do certain shit, you're only gonna get but so far. Period. That's just the game. That's just the industry. All of these movie producers and all of these directors, all of these people at some point is gonna offer a comedian to put the dress on. At some point, they're gonna offer you to put the dress on. Corey Holcomb has said this. Paul Mooney has said this. Plenty of the comedians has said this. And it's a few that's gonna put them on, and you see those guys propel in their careers. Chris Chris Tucker put on a dress. He was playing a woman in Fifth Element. A lot of people don't even remember that was Chris Tucker. But when he put that dress on, look at how his career propelled. He did the Friday series. He did the Rush Hour series. He got a lot of money. And you got other guys, when they don't decide to put that dress on or emasculate themselves, it's like a cutoff point for you. You got to work harder. You know what I'm saying? Like Corey Holcomb always say, he not gonna put on a dress, but he put so much work in on the underground scene. He sell out so much shows in the underground scene that these producers, they ain't had no choice but to holler at him. That's why he been on Black Jesus for the past 3 to 5 seasons. Because they know that he's really funny and he deserves that chance. So you ain't got to wear the dress. You just going to have to work harder if you don't put that dress on. That's all that is.
Go ahead, Sonny.
Yeah, true indeed, true indeed. Um, this whole thing reminds me of the hip hop game now, a little bit in some ways. Like when you listen to a lot of the older pioneers of hip hop, and you act and they ask them questions about certain rappers, like nowadays, and the reaction that we always get, which is a true reaction. Like we we don't like mumble rap, you know. We like real lyrics, you know, real music with substance. And back in the day in hip hop, it was a time where everybody wrote their own lyrics, and it was you looked at bad as not a real MC or writer if you didn't write your own lyrics, and like you'll get talked about. Sort of like you know, the battle between Meek Mills and Drake. Meek Mills pointed out that you know, Drake uses ghostwriters. But yeah, Drake is still talented, you know what I mean, but he is overlooked as you can't really call him one of the greatest because technically he's not writing his own music, but he is popping, he is successful. And a lot of times when you look at a older rapper who feel like that they stand true to the game, we really can't take our minds and put it inside their minds and see how they feel. You know what I mean? Like they're calling them out because they see that they're doing something like, for instance, Meek Mills. He's apparently writing his own material, right? We all know that Meek Mills is a very skillful rapper. I'm just using this as a parallel example, right? So Meek Mills points out the fact that look, Drake is not as good as everybody. Look, y'all, Drake is not as good as y'all think he is. He's not even writing his own material. So Drake put it out there, and for what I've seen with Cat Williams and some of these other um, older legends, they are kind of doing the same thing in a way because some of these newer people they're making money in a whole different type of way. Like they're getting writers. They got a whole team around them. They're doing it kind of in a smarter way. I mean that's one of the reasons why I think that they are so successful. But as far as what the brother said, as far as the dresses and all that, I completely agree. You know what I mean? They shouldn't lower themselves to do that, and maybe a lot of that does have to do with a lot of their success um, going forward. You know what I mean? As far as certain doors being open for them, but Kevin Hart, he has a just speaking on Kevin Hart, he has an awesome team behind him. You know what I mean? Like he got a whole business behind him. He's like he has a whole brand behind him. Not to like I could care less either way. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying the way they're doing it now is completely different from how they're doing it back in the day. It's kind of like they took some of the old and was like, what can I do to make more money off of this? You know what I mean? That's why they got teams. That's why he can had do so many things. So like he might not be as funny as everybody think he is. I agree, and he is silly, but he does pack shows. There's something that we can't deny. But as far as what's going on between the two of them or the three of them, that's what it seems like to me. It seems like the older G's um not really respecting the newer ones because it's different from how they did it before. Like it feels like very unauthentic. Sort of like how we think about a lot of rappers nowadays. It's very unauthentic. They mumble in their rhymes. They don't have any real content. And a lot of them don't write their own lyrics. So I've heard Mike Epps talking about that. I guess he was trying to expose Kevin Hart, like, yo, he don't even, he was doing the Meek Mills. He don't even write his own. He got a whole team that writes for him. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I can't take my mind and take it into his mind to see what he's thinking. But the only thing I can think is like, dang, he's this is why he's getting some success because he's doing this, he's doing that. Like, so that's why he's kind of exposing what he's doing. Same thing Meek Mills did. Meek Mills just basically said, y'all, he's not as good as everybody think. He's not as good as y'all think he is because he don't even write his own rhymes. So that's just my another one of my takes. I pass the mic on that.
All right. But when let me ask you this, bro. But when Meek said that about Drake, did you feel like Meek was hating, or did you think that was just his honest assessment?
Honestly, I feel like it was his honest assessment. You know what I mean? Honestly, yeah,
Yeah,
I agree with that.
and that's how I feel the same way, and that's how I feel about Kevin Hart. I mean, Cat Williams. I don't feel like he's hating on these guys because the opportunities they have, and I don't feel like he even hating on Kev. Because Kev is who he is. I don't feel like he hating. I just feel like he's giving his honest assessment on the game, almost like how you were saying with the older G's in the rap game. I don't feel like the older dudes. I feel like some of these older niggas do be hating on the young niggas. I'm not gonna act like that don't exist, because I do feel like some of them do be hating, but for the most part, what I feel like a lot of the older dudes just be saying is like, yo, I can't rock with this mumble rap stuff. It's not that I don't want you guys to get money. It's not that it's not like I don't want you guys to not feel like y'all don't belong here. It's just that I feel like I can't rock with this. I just feel like it's a simple critique. And I feel like, you know, anybody should be able to take criticism from anybody, especially if it's in the same sport. If y'all both playing the same sport and somebody critiques something about your game, I mean, come on, you can't get all mushy and soft and say, "Oh, he's hating on me." He's not hating on you. He just giving you his honest opinion on what he think. And it shows that this is what Cat was doing, because now Cat done challenged Kevin Hart. He challenged him, and he's gonna put money up. And he's telling Kev, we could go at it, whatever you want to do. You want to play basketball? We could play basketball for some millions. You wanna have a joke contest? We can joke. Or if you wanna box, we can box. So that shows you that he was just it's just his own assessment. It wasn't no hate. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. All right, hold that thought, fellas. Welcome, Brother Rob, the educator in our community. Let me explain this real quick. I should bring another 20, 25 minutes. Bring out the dessert. This is homemade on ground turkey sloppy Joe. Put bold Creole seasoning, hot sauce, and a little Parmesan cheese. Underneath is the elbow macaroni. This is mixed vegetables, string beans with broccoli, and this is homemade sangria. And it's easy but effective. It's not big, not as big that I usually make, but it's effective. Brothers, especially brothers, effective. Sisters is effective. You can make it for your family. Also, you can eat that while you talking with your kids, your husband, your wife, girlfriend, whatever it is. Now, the one that I gotta say this, and Rob, I want you to get into it. Why I do this every Sunday. It's not because I have to tell somebody last night on another chat. It's not all about I cook. Yeah, that's part of it. But it's all about the principle of this is about we have to learn to eat and talk together as a family in the table. And our kids have to understand this is very, very important. Also, for throughout humanity, but especially our people, the black man, the black woman, the only way we're going to restore this part, we have to sit at the table and eat, talk, drink together. Let's solve our problems. Let us solve problems on the table to be the calm head, enjoy some good food, and let's learn to put this family back together. That's what it's all about. So everybody knows in the chat, all right? Every Sunday I do this. I do music. I talk about music. I talk about boxing. I talk about like this. So every Sunday, I always had discussion of anything that deals with family, that deals with issues that you're not going to hear it. You don't get it from the underrated darkness. So I want somebody to support each other and got back. Support the underrated darkness. Brother Rob, the educator of our community. Welcome. Your take, brother.
All right, well, peace, good brother, man. I appreciate you allowing me to get on the panel. I always love to chop it up with the brethren. You know what I'm saying? Peace, Sonny. Peace, good brother DS1. And man, the importance of traditions. You know what I'm saying? Man, like you just hit it on the head, bro. See, if every Sunday we know we can come here and we all just chop it up and get ready for the week, that's something to look forward to. And so what happens is your mind, you know what I'm saying, start looking forward to it. You know what I mean? It's just like getting up in the morning, you know, oh man, at first it's hard to get up at 6 in the morning, but after you done it for a couple of weeks, right? You start waking up right before the alarm come on. I mean, I think everybody know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with these discussions on Sunday. I look forward to them. You know what I'm saying? And you know I'm here. So you know, of course, adding on to the discussion with hip hop, you know, I'm a b-boy, man. I started out as a breaker, you know what I'm saying? I mess around with tagging a little bit. But then, you know, I picked up the mic, you know what I'm saying, a little later on, and been doing it ever since. And so, man, you know what I'm saying? I love MCing. So my perspective is always a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm an artist, you know what I'm saying? I'm a creator. So you know, I hold myself to a very high standard, you know what I'm saying? And that being said, of course, I'm a whole other artist to a very high standard. And so under that scrutiny, a lot of brothers that y'all might consider, well, I don't want to say y'all, but the average consumer might feel is raw. To me, I might feel they mediocre, you know what I'm saying, because of their bars. You know, anybody that take MCing seriously, you gonna always look at the bars, you know what I'm saying? And without some complexity, without a little, you know, dose of KRS-One, you know what I'm saying, a little pinch of Rakim, a little pinch of, you know, Big Daddy Kane up in there, you know what I'm saying? You know, some double word bar rhyming like Nas. Like, man, bro, you gonna seem whack. You know what I'm saying? Your content, you know, you want it to be a little heavy, like, you know, a comment or a black thought. You know what I'm saying? If those elements are not there, obviously it's gonna be scrutinized by somebody that's like me, because I come from the era where you couldn't be whack. It didn't matter how many records you sold. If you was whack, wasn't nobody gonna listen to you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that being said, that's my take on you know, the subject. I hope I'm chiming in right along with you know, the way that y'all was discussing before I got on the panel. But you know, I just feel like we get whack dudes a little too much credit because of record sales or because they are popular or, you know, somewhat famous. Me, it's gonna always be about the art form. For me, because I'm an artist, I'm gonna always scrutinize bars. So that's my standard. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna fall back on that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know for me it's that and I want people to check out I did 2 live streams last night. I did part 3 YouTube cult leaders and followers. That's part 3. And also I did music with my brother Kurt Anderson, Blue Eye Music. All right. I want y'all to check those out. And I want y'all to check it out. But I know for me that let's like we had this conversation of hip hop, I believe, like last Sunday. Was it last Sunday, fellas? Brother, right? It was last Sunday we talked about hip hop, right? Or was last Saturday?
I think so.
Was it last Saturday or Sunday? I believe. Well, well, anyway, I want y'all to check it out, and I'm thinking about doing a live stream about comedy then and now. I think it's about that time to do about comedy. So, what's the criteria of back in the days comedy and right now? Yeah, I'm gonna do some on that very shortly. All right, but fellas, I want brothers, I want to ask you a question. Kappa Kappa, salute to you. Thanks for coming. Very much appreciated. I want to ask your brothers a question about this comedy thing. Well, I want to get off, these people first. But in comedy right now, do y'all think? Do you see the pure of comedy right now as it was before? Talk about the storytelling. I'm talking about the stature. Talking about the movement and everything. Had we see the real comedy, or like I said yesterday, all my YouTube cult leaders and followers got these new comedies jockeying for styles, jockeying for position. Anybody can go first.
I'll chime in on this one
Okay.
and then add a little more because I wanted to add a little something to that. But in my opinion, I think the real comedy is in the comedy clubs. It's not really on TV anymore like it used to be. Um, but that's just my opinion. I think a lot of the legends they're not really on TV anymore. Like um, I was a huge Bernie Mac fan. You know Bernie Mac. He came from the ground up. Um, but I know we have a comedy club down here in VA. I'm pretty sure you know about it, JT. It's called the Funny Bone,
Mm-hmm.
and I go there every now and then. And I just that's just how I feel. Like as far as exactly what you described, it's in the comedy clubs. It's not really on TV anymore. Because you're dealing with a whole bunch of different writers. Comedy has changed. It's not the same as it used to be. Just like hip hop. Hip hop has changed. It's not the same like it used to be. And I just wanted to make another small comment about the Cat Williams situation. Because I know we did talk about Meek Mills. At that particular time, I don't think that Meek Mills was hating on Drake because both of them had a pretty decent name. I think for me, I'm just going off of Cat Williams. He's been making some very poor decisions as of lately. Almost like some Adrian Bruner type decisions. That's just to me. Um, you know, I saw a video of him on stage one time dancing, looking like he's really high off something. You know what I mean? That's what I thought. And then he attacks someone on stage and then gets beat up. There are all these other videos about him getting in trouble. It just seems like sometimes he just doesn't make the best decisions. But we also do know that sometimes, even in hip hop, you can have some great legends that will result to unconventional ways to kind of get their name back into the limelight. For instance, 50 Cent. When 50 Cent came out, how did he come out? He came out with a whole diss video dissing a whole bunch of people. He did that to put name back on himself like that. So sometimes you got different people might be willing to do that. I'm not in the man's brain, and I can't say that he is somebody who's not willing to do that. I don't know. I don't know the man's thoughts. All I know is I can only go off of what I've seen, and what I've seen personally, he hasn't been making some of the best decisions for his life. And to me, it looks like even though he might do good, even though like he may stay busy, going to different clubs or whatever, I don't think that he's in a spot where he really wants to be. That's just the vibe that I get. You know what I mean? So like a lot of time beef brings attention to your career. You know what I mean? So like that's one of the reasons why a lot of rappers beef. Some of the older rappers, they'll say younger rappers' names because they want to get more eyes on their names. You know what I mean? There's a reason why they do that. So I'm not gonna sit back and be like, well, Cat Williams, he speaks the truth and like he speaks okay truth. You know what I mean? Like he speaks okay truth, but like he also talks about pimping our sisters out and other things to where I can't uh, um think of him in the limelight as someone who is above the word hating. Like, I don't know if he hating or not, but based off of what I've seen from his previous movements as of late, I don't see why. I mean, it's possible. I mean, even if you are critiquing someone when you're in any type of industry, especially if you got a little name for yourself and you critique somebody in a way to where they're bigger than you, that's like a shot. You shooting a shot. Like it's shots fired. So somebody gonna shoot a shot right back at you. Just like if I'm an MC or a rapper and I know that I'm a better rapper than you, and then I say something, of course I got in mind that okay, I'm not really popping right now. This guy, he's popping more than me, but if I say this, even though it's my opinion, maybe you know what I'm saying, I can get some more movement towards me. But that's just my opinion. Again, I am a Cat Williams fan. I think he's funny. You know what I mean? So, but that's just my opinion. Pass the mic on that.
All right, anybody else want to hit that?
Well,
Well,
oh no, go ahead, D. Go ahead, go ahead.
I would just say this real quick. Well, I do I do think people do a lot of things to try to bring themselves back in the game. I do feel like at this point the game the game is not pure no more. Nothing is pure no more in society.
Mhm.
I feel like it's all watered down. That all these industries are watered down. It's no longer about talent, and the guys with the raw talent, when they call out these subpar niggas, the first thing these soft niggas say is, "Oh, he hating on him." That's what the majority of the fans were saying. They even said it about Meek, and that's because they know deep down inside Meek is better than Drake. Just straight hardcore talent wise, he's better than him. Now, as far as making songs and being a star, you know, you could kind of mirror that with Kevin Hart. Like you said, Sonny, he has a team. He has a brand, and he may have a team that write jokes for him, just like Drake has a ghostwriter. Where Meek don't have that. Meek is relying on him. He's living off of his talent. He's not paying anyone to to produce or to use their skills and basically take the credit for it. You know, Meek even exposed Drake ghostwriter, you know, and I feel like that's part of the game now. I definitely gotta agree with you with that, brother. And that's because the game is no longer pure. It's no longer about talent. And if you listen to any of these radio hosts, if you listen to anybody, it's no longer about talent. They not signing dudes because they have talent anymore. And it's the same thing with the movie industry. It's the same thing with you know, with these comedians. It's no longer about talent. It's no longer about that. It's, can you fit this mold that we already have set out for you? You know, I think that's just how the game is now. And this is why you have mumble rap. This is why you have you know, punk rock, because that's what these rappers are now. They punk rockers. They're not even rappers. That's why they dress the way they dress. They all dress like rock stars. None of them dress like rappers. You know, wearing tight pants was never a rapper thing. You know, wearing dog chokers, that's not rap. That's not the dress code of a rapper. So I definitely think that the game is totally watered down. It's a new, we're in a new phase. And this is why certain people, you know, certain people can't adjust. So I do have to agree with you on that too, Sonny. Cat Williams could be looking for a way to make himself relevant again too, because he don't really fit the mold. You know, he's outside of that realm. You know, so he may could have, you know, especially with him challenging Kevin Hart now, that's his way of getting back in the game. It's almost like a diss track. But as far as what you asked, JT, nah, everything in this world is polluted now. Nothing is raw anymore. It's not about talent no more. If you could sell records, or if you fit this image that we need you to fit, we got these team of writers, we got these team of producers, and we gonna make sure we make money off. That's really what it's about now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, brother Rob, your take, please.
Well, yeah, I would just say we would have to like establish like what comedy was prior to the age that we looking at now. Um, I just like I like definition, you know what I'm saying? And so you know, if you looking at black comedy, right? We had some real deal heavy hitters, you know, maybe 20 years ago where it was defined these are the top guys. Where now um you would say like it's kind of convoluted. Like D was just saying, the lines are blurred in terms of the standards that you would judge people. Uh if you get, you know, a Netflix special and a couple of movies out, even if they didn't do well, even if they wasn't funny, just because you making money, you know, that money somehow legitimizes you. Uh, I would say that you know, to a large degree, we are kind of given the winners. We are kind of the winners are kind of projected, and we don't get to decide as a society no more. And people kind of accept that definition. To be perfectly honest, you know, I mean, I think it's clear. Like, you know, this generation of comedians, I think it's clear that Dave Chappelle. I think even other comedians will say that Dave Chappelle is the most talented out of everybody that's doing comedy right now. But then, like, to come right behind that, who's the best after that? You know, that's where the lines get blurred. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember Tiffany Haddish ever doing a special where I sat down and watched her do stand up. I mean, to me, that's the standard. You should be able to stand on stage, have some material, make me to where my stomach hurt, after listening to you, where I would pay a couple of dollars to come see you if you came to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's the standard. You know what I'm saying? Are you funny enough for me to want to buy a ticket to come watch you do your thing? You know what I'm saying? And it's not a lot of people right now, I say, that's doing comedy to where I want to come and see them. So that's where we at right now, you know?
Okay, that's good. Good. Another question. Now I'm gonna chime in the music. Do you think in music? I'm talking about popular music. Period. Do y'all think? Yeah. I'm talking about. Well, I'm gonna say for me, I don't hear enough creativity. I don't hear enough storytelling. I don't hear enough people that are willing to challenge the times. I don't hear that. But I'm gonna ask y'all this: each of y'all individually, do you hear enough creativity in music? Um, Sonny, I'm gonna start from you first. She Stay Sleep, and Brother Rob.
Indeed. I would say the music that's on the radio, 95% of it, I would say no. No creativity whatsoever. No creativities in the lyrics. Um, some of the beats be okay. I would say the beats maybe 50, 40% maybe creativity. Um, I think most of the creativity is probably the ones that you don't really hear, or maybe in some of your local clubs, man, where you got actual bands playing. That's where the creativity is. The creativity is and the mastery of learning your respected instrument. The creativity is mastering your wordplay, your rhymes. Like, can someone just give you a topic? Can you just rap about it? Make somebody see what it is that you're rapping about. You know what I mean? Like, we don't see that anymore. We don't see Big used to be able to, when he rapped, he had that voice, but his rap style, the way he patterned his raps, like you can see everything that he's talking about, to the T, and the music complemented his voice. Um, we don't really see that nowadays. Like the rappers now, they're not painting no pictures. The singers now, the only picture they're painting nowadays is just sex. You know what I mean? They don't really paint no picture of the true ups and downs of a relationship like it was back in the day. So I would say, as far as music, to me, nothing on the radio. Um, I think you got to look outside and go to like some local spots where people trying to get put on, but they doing it the old way with instruments, musicians, bass guitar, drums,
Right.
a horn section. That's, to me, my opinion. Pastor Michael Nett.
Okay.
Um, well, I definitely feel like the game is definitely missing the creativity. I think the most creative people nowadays are the producers. I don't think the artists are really creative anymore. I think um what I would say is and the reason why I say the artists are lacking creativity is because they're just following each other.
Yeah.
Like I remember, you know, when I was a lot younger, you know, you you distinctly knew what artist was which, because something stood out about them. And it was their flow, it could have been their voice, you know, it could have been something that, you know, like a trademark ad lib they had. It was something that, you know, made you know that this artist was this artist. Where now it's like everybody sound like Young Thug. Everybody's rapping like Young Thug. But Young Thug is a carbon copy of Lil Wayne. So it's like there is no authenticity. There is no creativity. Everybody's sounding like everybody. Everybody's dressing like everybody. There's no creativity in that. It's too much copycats. You know, like in what Brother Rob was saying earlier, you know, if you was in hip hop at a certain time, you were considered whack if you was a biter. You were considered whack if you didn't sound, if you tried to sound like other people, if you rapped like other people, you were considered whack. But now I think it's just a whole, it's the industry in a whole. I don't really blame the artists. I blame the industry. I blame the higher ups because they are the ones who set the environment. And when you have an artist that's willing to go against that, it's like the people have been programmed for so long that they shun those guys away, you know. But the creativity is definitely gone. And like I said, I believe it's because of the higher ups. I don't really blame the artists because the artists are just hustling, you know. They just doing what they gotta do to get money. It's not that they, you know, oh, I'ma just follow Young Thug. It's no, Young Thug flow and the way he dressed is the standard now. Where 10 years ago it was Lil Wayne. That was the standard. And that's where, you know, Thug got his whole style and flow and everything from. He got it from Wayne and he took it to another level. And now you see a lot of these young guys, they copying off Thug, they copying off Future, you know? So that's just the game now, man. It's you know, you come in the game, you dress a certain, you look a certain way, you sound a certain way, and if people like your beats and you know you sipping lean and doing all this shit, you'll get a deal. That's just the game. It's the industry, man. That's just how it's set up now. I don't really blame the artist too much.
All right. Yeah, that. Brother Rob.
Yeah, no doubt. So just to kind of add on to what I was saying earlier, right? You know what I'm saying? I love the process, bro. I love challenging myself to beat the last bar I wrote. You know what I'm saying? I love like challenging myself to do things like I didn't do before and still be dope. You know what I mean? Relevancy is what I be trying to spit like every time I spit. So man, it's tripped out that you know, DS1 had said hustling, you know what I'm saying? And that's the way I look at it, you know what I'm saying? Every time I grab the mic or every time I'm listening to somebody, you know what I'm saying? Sell, don't tell. You know what I mean? Like if you got a car and you trying to sell it, you know what I'm saying? Maybe the passenger side seat don't go all the way back. Somebody that when you trying to sell the car, you gonna say all four tires got some air in it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So what you do is you accentuate them. You know what I'm saying? It's not a whole lot of positive things that you can say about right now. You know what I mean? It's maybe four or five artists I respect, you know. The rest of them dudes I might give a listen to, but they ain't gonna hold my attention. So you know what I'm saying? Look, quick 16, I say, man, I'm a hustler. I could sell ice cubes to Eskimos. I could sell pussy to flamingos. This rap shit, they gotta let me in. My bricks fat while y'all niggas is paper thin. I'm hungry, fam, piece of chicken. What the game missing is the real. It was written. I'm potential fulfilled. The American dream with residual bills. Ain't no stopping live vibe on top of our game and on top of our grind. I'm plugged on 79th. I'm plugged on the low active bargaining agreement. You know why? We still get money, so I really don't give a fuck, guy. Niggas acts about me. I bet you they don't know shit. All they know is I got dough and I'm riding so slick. Cause nigga, I'm a hustler. Baby, you know it. I'm a hustler. You know what I'm saying? Man, topic rhyming, they don't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? Niggas can't stay on topic because they too high. You know? Man, I could go forever, you know what I'm saying? On a topic. I'm not just gonna be, get high and then just the first shit come to my mind. No, I want to be excellent. You know what I'm saying? It's a habit. I've been an excellent MC for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna read some of this comment and we're gonna keep it going. Shout out to Swap House Boxing, LDBC all day, Poetic Cows. Anybody want to join the chat? Put your email in the chat. By another 5 10 minutes, I will bring out my dessert, and I'm asking 8 ones. Let me read this first. Industrial. This is from Malik Omar. Industrial produced these tight jeans wearing dudes and butch women. Alpha males are no longer the standard of rap music. The movie industry is the same unless you take the route of going independent. Nikki said, "I love riding the car with my kids." Ass playing cameo full force. Bobby Womack at 11 years old. Kiana Scott Bay. We got to listen. Swap it. Oh, I'm skipping something. I'm sorry. Sorry, family. Here we go. Oh, dang. Let me see. Okay. There's some. See. There's some. I see. Okay. Let's see. Oh, OG Swag LDBC said Drake treated as a businessman, as a brand, same as Diddy. He's a horrible rapper, but he sells records. Yeah, but you talking about P. Diddy. P. Diddy was on an all-time level, but that is another conversation. P. Diddy is a totally conversation, different conversation. So let me see. Terrell Davis, salute to you. All about drama, hate, a clout chaser. Um, so brothers, start from She Stacy. What you think about these comments? What they say is so far.
Well, you know, I mean, it is what it is, man. I feel like the music, all of the industries that we got to deal with. I mean, we just got to deal with it, man. I feel like um society is dwindling. Shit is not interesting no more. You know, like when did they have a real good action movie, like a real one with, like I think about shit like that. I haven't saw a real good movie in a long time. You know, I've heard good music, um, but I do feel like being that so much trash is pumped out that you're gonna eventually like it, and it's gonna kind of like fuck with what you really used to. That's why I try to listen to 90s artists, because I want to stay in alignment with the real artists, but with all this bullshit out, man, you gonna fall victim. You gonna start liking it. Even if you just like the beat, you gonna like something about it, man. It's just that's just society nowadays, man. I think everything is dwindling. I don't think nothing is pure anymore. I think it's all scripted, it's all structured a certain way. And at the end of the day, it's about money. That's what it's about. So, like I said, if you could fit the mold and they could make money off you, you win the game. You gonna get money. That's just what it is. It's not about skill no more, man. Look, they finding rappers on Instagram, man. If you make a skit on Instagram and it get a certain amount of million views, you could get a record deal. You get a record deal. Boosie just signed a little white boy, 13 years old. His name is Little Blurry. Little Blurry. First of all, that's a dumbass name. His name is Little Blurry. But this is the type of shit that, Boosie know he gonna make money off him. That's just what it is, man. The little dude fit the mold. Boosie probably write some bars for him, write some songs for him, and he gonna push it and put it in the system so it could work for him. That's what it is at the end of the day now. So I think sometimes, and this may be another reason. This just me thinking now. This may be another reason why a lot of people say the older generation be hating too, because it's like maybe we expecting too much. We expected more than the game could offer. Because these young dudes is just trying to get money, just like the older dudes was just trying to get money out the music business. Even though a lot of the older dudes rapped because they love the rap, but at the end of the day, they were still trying to get money too. So maybe that could be another reason too. Like, yo, y'all expect too much from us. We not here for that. You know what I'm saying? We not here for that. So, that could be an issue too. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we expecting too much from these young cats, from these new acts and everything, in music and movies and comedy. Maybe we expecting too much. Maybe that part of the game is over. You know what I'm saying? It's just like in the streets. Back in the day, the hustlers had more morals. They helped your mama upstairs. They didn't let certain older people on the block see them committing crimes and selling crack in front of people grandmothers, and they wasn't really doing that. It was a little, the hustlers had more ethics. The robbers had more ethics. Now it's just wild west. And these young dudes, when you sit there and try to tell them, yo, put the weed out, the old lady coming in the building, these young dudes like, man, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Because they may feel like, yo, this is just what it is now. Like, don't try to knock me from doing some shit, and this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that could be that's probably what creates the drama and the issues between people too. Because, maybe the older generation is expecting so much because they came from a different time. That time don't exist no more. We just gotta accept what's going on and try our best to, the people who want to hear us, talk to them. But the ones who don't, it is what it is.
Okay, Sonny.
Yeah, sure indeed. I agree with everything everyone said. Um, this new music, man, is completely different from the music that we were used to. Um, a lot of the engineers now, when they're making these musics, you know, some of the decimal tones of these music are intentionally tweak to affect our chakras, our lower chakras, and I guess in a way it's a form of witchcraft in a way, almost like if you really think about it, because it's affecting the chakras, a lot of people are not really caring about these lyrics anymore. So by them most of the music that's being played now, it's a whole different feel if you hear it inside of a club when they passing around drinks or you're smoking or whatever. It's like you really actually get the full effect of what this music is doing when you're in the club. You're listening to it inside of the car. You're driving, like you turn on the radio and hope that you hear something decent on the radio, but maybe you end up hearing a few of their music on the radio. But what I'm trying to say is, it's a complete difference. If you go inside the club and they playing that music and they got the lights, the funny color, and when you hear that bass is doing something to your chakra, your lowest chakra, which is around your private area there. It's the red chakra, and it affects your body. We're a rhythmic people anyway. So I think a lot of that has to do with why a lot of our young people and a lot of young people nowadays are not paying attention to lyrics anymore, because you can have a song with a banging beat with a catchy hook, and now it's not about the lyrics anymore. It's about how these guys are sounding with the music. Like you don't even have to make words anymore. You just be like, huh, huh, huh. You know what I mean? Like different stuff like that, and it goes with the beat. But you don't understand it until you actually in the club, and then like you see the effect that it has on the young people. So because I make beats. I've been in music for so long. I have an understanding of what's going on. So if I wanted to, I can kind of tweak my beats to do the same thing. Uh, but probably try to have something more conscious within the lyrics. But that's just my take on right. They trying to copy the same success. You know, you listen to the radio now. If you just gave yourself a some homework or quiz and just listen to the radio for 30 minutes, and if it's rap, all of them gonna sound the same. They're gonna have the same rap pattern. The beats pretty much gonna be close together. Like the beats are gonna be very similar, but the real effect of the beat is when these kids are they going to the parties, they going to the clubs, and the full effect of that music that can be played mixed with the alcohol, mixed with the weed. That's why we don't really care about music anymore, because I mean the lyrics. It's not about the lyrics no more. It's about how they feel when they're in the club. When they start to dance and they got them old little weird dances they got nowadays that look like you having seizures. You know what I mean? Like we don't really dance with soul no more. Like you can't do a two step. You know what I mean? To the music no more. But yeah,
Yeah.
bro, Rob should spit on that topic, like the music that's whack nowadays. Freestyle on that topic.
Yeah. But I have a question from IC. She would ask you a question, son, and then I'm gonna talk and I'm gonna ask something. Can we? She would ask a question. Can we even talk? Can we even call it music? That's for you, Sonny Boxing Talk.
Um, I guess in a way, because it still does take a certain level of um, understanding about music.
Mm-hmm.
Um, whether you're a producer or whether you are a rapper, you still got to learn how to breathe using breathing techniques. And a lot of the rappers now, a lot of them are kind of singing. So whether they are actually singing or using auto tune, it is a form of music. But I do think it's like right now probably the lowest form possible because like you could take someone with no talent and teach them a few tricks and get a hit record. I mean, straight up, because we see it all the time. All you need is a banging beat with a catching hook, like a catchy hook, and just need a connect to get on the radio. That's all you need.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna read some. I'm gonna read some days, Sonny. I'm gonna ask you a question, and it's got to you, Sonny, um, Rob, and she stays sleep. Um, Queen Am said it ain't music, it's noise. King Diesel, artist has been saying subliminal things in their music all the time, and that beat is not just. She said just not good music. Ain't education. It's artificial pop music. Malik Omar, yeah, there is a lot of one hit wonders. Sunny Boss talk. Before I'm asked the question, before I ask this question, I need. I'm gonna go and be nice. I'm gonna ask for 6 ones who wants to see my dessert. 6 ones right now. One, five more. Two, three, four. Nope, that don't count. That don't count. All right. No, 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 that don't count. That don't count. All right. Let me change that. Now this is right here. One side is vanilla bean ice cream. Other side is cookies and cream. I got cut up pineapple, seedless grapes, cut up strawberries. Easy to make, family. I have it in the freezer so we can keep their texture. You see that? Easy to make. You can make that for your family. You can make that for your girlfriend or your boyfriend. You can make this for yourself. Easy but effective. And maybe probably get a little cholesterol from the ice cream, but it's fine. But look at the top. Fresh fruit. This is fresh fruit, family. See, it's like I can see you see a little frozen and it ain't hurt. It ain't hurt nobody. I'm gonna throw out that I'm gonna bust this down. You can fix this, family. Easy but effective. Check this out. Now the ones who miss seeing my food on a wee wine tip, you can see that. But I will probably see that maybe I probably put it out there maybe two possible three more times and that's it. But this is it, fam. Easy but effective. All right. But the question that I want to ask for you, Sonny, as I know that we talk, and also you brought up of my past live streams. We talk about music. You talk about you play 3 to 4 different instruments. Am I correct?
4, yeah.
All right, 4. Now I want to ask you a question. Like I said, after you ask that, she stay sleep. I mean, she stay sleep. She stay sleep, and brother Robinson, she stay sleep. I want to ask you a question. Why the instruments is really absent in the history of popular music today? Why we hear more drums? Why we hear more artificial sax, artificial horns, artificial piano, artificial organs, artificial keyboards, artificial French horns, artificial trombones, artificial everything. Your take.
Hey, brother. To answer your first question, yeah, to answer your first question, it's because we live in a we want it now microwave society. You know what I mean? Um, to play an instrument is very like you know what I mean. You can pick an instrument. Like a lot of us as kids, we've picked we may have picked up an instrument. Maybe it's a flute or a horn or a saxophone. A lot of us we picked up an instrument, but some of us realize that in order to be good at it, it takes a lot of hard work. It takes months upon years to master a particular instrument. And sometimes it's like, you're trying to learn one song and it's like you might practice one song for hours and hours and hours before you can get it through without having any mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
So each instrument is really a craft or a trade in a way because each instrument can bring you uh, possible finance. So I liken an instrument to a trade, um, although it's not taught as a trade or looked at as a trade, but it's really when you look at it, it's a trade, and
Mm-hmm.
you can be a master of it or you can be just regular. The problem that we have now is not so much that the instruments are quote unquote artificial. It's just the people who are are producing it. For instance, I play the drums, the piano, the string guitar, and the bass guitar. So by me having the knowledge of all those three instruments, I can go onto a computer or you know like a piece of hardware and make it sound very close to the real thing because the synthetic music is especially over the years has gotten better and better and better. So by you knowing how it sounds when you hit uh, um, certain notes, you know how it sounds in real life. So if I'm doing some music, I'm bringing that knowledge to it versus someone who doesn't really know a whole bunch about music or who's quit a lot in music class or didn't really give it their all. You're not going to get the same umph, you know what I mean, from that music. So a lot of people really don't recognize it now. They don't recognize. They don't know what a good bass player sounds like or a good guitarist really sounds like. A lot of times when we listen to music nowadays, it's not all about the words. Sometimes it's just especially some of the old music like Earth, Wind and Fire. If you ever get a chance to listen to Earth, Wind and Fire, just just turn the lights off and put you some headphones on and just close your eyes and relax and just concentrate on some of the instruments and you'll see exactly what I'm saying. Each instrument
Mm-hmm.
has the ability to tell a story.
Mm-hmm.
That is even possible in a computer. Like you can tell a story with with a synthetic beat. But the problem is a lot of young people nowadays they're not putting in the work to master these instruments. So the effect is not really the same. So now they're leaning more towards um, beats that are already made that some of there's been some through some fine tuning that affect your chakra. So for instance, you have a producer that can take a 808 sound, they can tweak it in a way to where the hertz is at a certain level and everything measures out to a certain level. They can take that 808 sound and sell it to somebody else. So you got that's what we're dealing with right now. So I mean, I hope I answered your question.
Okay. Yes, you did. I appreciate that. Brother Rob.
Yeah, like the brother was saying, music carries certain spiritual qualities as well. And I think everybody kind of familiar with the fact that certain music give you certain moods. And so, just be cognizant of that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you upset and you feel like fighting somebody, you probably don't want to put on, go tear the club up or something. You know what I'm saying? And so that's my take on that.
Okay. Sheep stay asleep.
I think they don't really play they don't really have the live instruments anymore because that goes back to what we was talking about earlier. The purity is gone, you know. And like what Sonny was saying earlier, as far as them trying to program the minds of the masses with these certain types of sounds and them playing them at a certain level so it could resonate with you. Um Back in the day, if you listen to the music back in the day, a lot of that stuff was played with a lot of live instruments, and it made people feel different. Where now with all of this machine stuff, the beat machines and all of these other machinery besides, the live instruments, it affects people who listen to it a lot differently. It affects their behavior a lot different, Um, listening to the music that my parents used to listen to, it it gives me a certain feeling when I listen to it. Where now, with these programmed sounds, because that's what these sounds are, they're programmed onto the beat machines. Um, it gives you it's much more um like Sonny was saying, it resonates with your root chakra. It's much more low level. And that's why the music is dumbed down. Because back in the day, the producer and the artist is supposed to go hand in hand, you
Mm-hmm.
know. If a guy makes a beat for you, he's supposed to make the beat to tailor around your content and your sound. Where now, being that everything sounds the same, you can just make a beat and somebody could go on YouTube, download the beat, and rap to it. You ain't never met the man a day in your life. He don't know you, you don't know him. He there's no relationship there. So there's no chemistry. So the music isn't pure. The music is not being made purely, organically.
Mm-hmm.
All this shit is GMO. Hence, we live in a GMO society.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna put my take on it, and we're gonna switch the subject to food. I like everything that you're saying about music, and to me, I beg different. I don't want to change. I mean, I want this. I want this music, popular music, to form back to its right form again. And I'm not gonna make no. I'm saying I'm not gonna apologize that I listen to good music. Nobody's not. I ain't gonna say. I'm not saying yo. I'm not saying the one in the chat. I'm talking about the ones outside. I don't care what people outside saying. I want to hear pure music. I want to listen to storytelling. I want to listen to orchestration again. I want to see each band player to jam. I love listening to long versions. I like when people I like when singers change they peak of their voice. I miss that. I want to see a challenge. I want if I pay my damn 30 goddamn dollars, I want my goddamn $30. I don't motherfucker. I lick pussy. Licky cookie goo. So I don't want to hear that shit. That don't mean nothing to me. I don't want no. I want to hear real shit. And that's my thought about it. Now I'm sticking to that. But we're gonna talk about food. And
Hey, JT, can I pour something out real quick before we go to that?
Yep.
It's something that Brother Rob said that I want to just point out for a second.
Go ahead.
We was talking about he made a comment about music can put you in certain moods. I want to point out that that is absolutely 100% correct, because if you know anything about music, it's a fact that you have happy chords, you got sad chords, you got angry chords, you got different chords that you can actually play that can simulate an attitude or make you feel an attitude. A good example would be um, when we were younger, we were kids, we would watch stuff like the Looney Tunes with like Bugs Bunny. And if you remember the music that they play, it was kind of right on what Bugs Bunny was doing. Or you can look at to certain music or movies when there's like a fight scene, or you listening to the stories. There's like a love scene or a scene where somebody's really talking to somebody passionately. There's different music or chords that actually will mimic each mode of how people feel. So you got your angry chords, like all that. So certain music, which is like happy music, if you notice when you listen to it, they're like happy chords. Like they kind of uplift you, makes you feel good. So I just wanted to throw that out there to back up what Brother Rob was saying.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Peace.
Okay. Now I'm gonna talk about food. I see the chat. They talking about food. I think it's a good idea. Talk about food. Now for me, when I shop, I be very careful what I read. That's how I always emphasizing read labels of everything. There's no label on it, fam. Do not get it. And I know people talking about organic foods and stuff out here in the chat. Let me play some to you. When they put that label organic, it doesn't mean it's organic. That's what I'm saying. Read labels. You cannot buy organic food when it says all 30, 25, and 30s down. No, that's not organic. Learn to read labels, family. Very important. And also, I was reading on the chat. It's very true. They put stuff in the meat to make it grow, and the soil and stuff. I know she touch on that. Even Brother Robert, and even Sonny in the past, but we have never really talked about it and everything else. And I know I'm saying for me that when I prepare the food, the food gotta be fresh. No, it's not. People gonna say you eat pork or you eat beef. Yes, I do. Trying to cut at it, but that's what you choose to do. I'm knocking it. Make sure trying to keep that limit. Not go try to tell about anybody how what to eat. No, that's not my place. It tastes good. It tastes good. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. You live. I know something. That some of my family members. I'm on my father's side back in the 50s and the 60s. They lived to see 89, 991. They ate pork all their life. And they just died of natural cause. So I can't knock about. But I'm saying that us as the rest of humanity, but I'm talking about us as a people, we have to take better precaution. We got to educate ourselves on what's going on and stuff like that. Now, and all y'all as fathers, and I be last and everything, so I don't mind being last. And anybody that excuse me, have a question or anything in the chat, feel free to do that, please. If you want to join the panel, put your email in the chat, let me know, and then I'll plug you up. I don't have no problem, especially sisters, especially mothers. Um, want you to join this too. But I'm gonna hit with brother Rob as a father. How do you educate the rest of your family how to eat right and explain why? And you could talk it as a teacher perspective too.
Yeah, no doubt. What I try to do is number one, model the behavior. So when I get up in the morning, whether my wife cooked breakfast or not, I'm gonna eat some oatmeal. You know, um, because oatmeal, not only is it somewhat healthy for you, it also keeps you regular as well. You know, and a lot of the disease that you will end up contracting comes directly from your digestive system. So fiber is all important to a diet. So number one, I model the behavior. The second thing, right, and this is how I go about teaching. As they complaining about how nasty oatmeal is, and you know, give me some more brown sugar, give me some more sugar, and I'm saying no. Um, I'm explaining the why. You know, the reason why you don't want to consume that much sugar early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Or late at night, for that matter. Like everything in portion, in proportion, in balance. And then also like I had stated earlier, speaking about tradition. Um, I try my best to make sure that everybody in the house has ate and the food is put up by 8:30. The reason being is because if you eating super late, right? Whatever it is, if you eating super late, you don't give yourself enough time to digest the food, and so this is where you pick up that belly fat and that you being lethargic the next day, not wanting to get up and things of this nature. Because I'm just going to assume that some of us, and forgive me, my sinuses are just bothering, but uh, eating late and eating heavy, most of us consume a lot of carbohydrates, and carbohydrates break down like a sugar, eventually. And so we need to just keep that in mind, so everything in proportion, everything in balance. And that's the way that I try to teach it, and that's the way I try to live it.
Okay. She stay asleep.
Well, I'm gonna keep it real. I really just start like really trying to learn more about the right things to eat because I pretty much grew up just eating fucked up. You know, what we like to call soul food is actually not food for our souls. So um I eat fucked up. But I try my best and I've been trying my best for the last few months to just cut certain things out and eat certain things much more. Like I don't really eat pork, but I eat what I have to do is learn how to cut like brother Rob was saying, carbs. Like you gotta cut the starch out. I eat a lot of rice. Don't eat a lot of I gotta cut like my portions down. That's something that's that's something that a lot of people don't pay attention to.
Mm-hmm.
How much you actually consume of something, because balance is the key. So you can't eat too much of something and eat too less of something either. So I'm definitely learning a lot more, what to eat, when not to eat, and what to eat more of. So that's my take on it. I'm not really no I'm not really abreast on the whole health thing, because I eat fucked up. I'm just being real. And it's something, and it's hard because when you grow up, you pretty much eat what your parents feed you. So if they ate what their parents fed them and you eating what they fed you, you know, that's just how it go. But one thing that I think we must all cut out, if I'm gonna say something like that, we need to stop going to restaurants. Fast food, soda, shit like that. That's the best thing to cut out first out your life. And that's what I'm trying my best to do. Stop eating out so much. The fast food shit is never good. The sodas are never good. The candy bars and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's the shit that gotta go first.
Yeah. Excellent information from you and Rob. Sonny Boss Talk.
Yeah.
Indeed, man.
Hey, my fault. Just to add on, you know what I'm saying, the master teacher, Imhotep, it was him that said, "Eat and be merry," you know, and so this is something that if you literally take it that way, high energy. So how you can and this is easy, right? If you can pick it from a vine, right, that means it's probably good for you. You know what I'm saying? If you can pick it out a tree, if you can pick it off a vine, it's probably good for you. And so those are the things that you just have to increase everything in balance. Am I saying that I don't eat a burger every now and again? No, I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? Do I have habits that you know, uh, that's probably not as healthy as, they should be? Nah, you know what I'm saying? But everything in balance. Like I said, I might have a couple of beers like every night of the week, but you ain't gonna catch me drunk. You know what I'm saying? I just come home, have a beer, and I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't do that every day. It just really depends on the mood, but everything in balance. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing. You know what I'm saying? Our parents, our grandparents, that's what they did. You know what I'm saying? But they just ate a lot more food that came off the vine. And that's why they was able to live them long lives. It's
Yeah.
simple.
All right, Sonny. Boxing Talk.
Indeed, indeed. Uh, I don't know. For me, um, I guess in a way, like matter of fact, I she said something that was very deep in the chat. She was like, soul food. Spelt the word spelt like the soul under your feet. You know, a lot of those foods that we've loved throughout the years, that's been so good to our taste buds and our bellies, has not really been good for us, physically. And I think a lot of us, we grow up kind of eating like that, so we basically carry it and into adulthood. Um, I guess me for right now, I'm at a space in my life where I'm really trying to eat cleaner. You know what I mean? Because I think once you you actually see and learn what clean eating is, it makes you want to kind of change the way that you eat. Um, I've cut down on my portions and my meals, and I'm also diving into the workout scene also. So for me, I think the working out is also helping me, not to eat certain things that I shouldn't eat. So I guess for me right now, I'm a little proud of myself. I'm doing all right. I haven't been to a fast food spot in at least maybe about maybe about 4 months. I've basically been, cooking all my food and basically trying to cut down on my portion sizes. But now I want to get more into eating a lot more fruits and vegetables, like trying to work on not cooking all the nutrients out of them. Because a lot of our parents, um, we grown up eating a lot. We think we're doing good by eating a lot of vegetables, but a lot of the nutrients they be cooking them. Our parents cooked out of them. Like matter of fact, I love my mother very dearly, but when she cook broccoli, her broccoli is kind of mushy, but it's real good. Like, what I mean? She put that salt in that joint, that butter in that joint. It'd be good. You know what I mean? But the no nutritional value in it is gone. So, um, as far as passing it down to the children, just like anything else, I think you got to kind of lead by example. What I mean? You can't tell them not, oh, yo, you can't eat this, but you sitting there eating it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I passed the mic on that.
Well, I know for me, I cheated yesterday, and I'm gonna say I did. And I know that is consistency. For me, I'm a cooker. So when people understand what I'm saying, it be at times you don't feel like cooking. And so sometimes you have that mindset that you want to eat out. So I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it gully, everybody. I had tasted some damn pizza and some chicken wings. I sure did. I got it. I ate it. And I felt bad about it. At first I did, but I was hungry in the motherfucker. I ain't wanna like it. And so for me, it's a constant working for me. Especially I live by myself. So I gotta have more discipline. I could do it, but I gotta have more discipline. And and it's hard. You know, that the only time like really I get up cooking really sometimes throughout the week lately, but usually on Sundays. I get up. I don't care sick or no sick. I get up and cook Sunday because I was part of that when my father was living. He was like I said, he was a chef, and also my mom's was excellent cook too, and so I was always into creating, always mindset, always like that. And so go or Sonny talking about when they cook, they cook the nerve shit out, but it was good in the motherfucker. But at the same time, my father did throughout the years we live in change his way of cooking, cook healthier. He said put a little less season on it, so you could taste it, so you could take the nerves, you can still taste it and stuff. Put a little this and that. I mean, don't mix with that because that's gonna take away the healthiest part about it and stuff like that. So that's my
Hey, yeah, super quick question, JT.
yes,
Uh,
sir.
do you steam your vegetables?
Yes, I did. I've been steaming my vest for the last 5 months.
Hey, you bound fresh?
Me at times I do buy it fresh. Yes.
Ah, yeah, cause I was just gonna get a little cooking tip. I mean, I ain't no chef like you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But you could go and get you a little $5 metal strainer, you know what I'm saying? And all you have to do is just put that over the top of a pot.
That's what I do. I got the matter of fact, I got one thing better. I have a hard plastic strainer, and what I do, I put my vegetables. Like if I put a tiny season on it, and I let it steam. Yeah,
Yeah,
got you covered, Rob. I've been
yeah.
doing it for years.
But take that little
That's
pot,
that's
put you
that's
some.
good though. But I want you to say it again, so because sometimes people don't have it necessarily. Repeat that again to the family, please, because that's very important. Do that for me, please.
Yeah, no doubt. So what you can do is you would get a pot and you would get a metal strainer for
Mm-hmm.
obvious reasons, and you'll put the metal strainer over the pot with a little water in it. And
Mm-hmm.
if you buy fresh vegetables, you would just put your vegetables in the metal strainer and allow the pot to steam over the top of your vegetables. That way, you ain't got to put it in the water because when you put it in the water, you know, just like Sonny was saying, you pull the nutrients out. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and that's important. Salt, um, but with very little. Sea salt is better, you know what I'm saying, but with very little. And I get this from the cooks from Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, these ladies can cook, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like they can cook. And everybody know what I'm talking about. And I
Uh-huh.
mean, and they put stuff in the water. My aunt still ain't told me. I know she used rosemary. She put rosemary in the water as it's boiling, and uh, and somehow they get the in the steam the rosemary. I guess that add to the flavor. But I gotta get all of the ingredients before I can speak on it. But I know she used rosemary in the water. I just can't think of what else she put in the water.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna ask you this, and after that, I'm gonna close it out. What's your favorite song of music that inspire you positively? Matter of fact, give me two songs. And anybody in the chat too.
Oh man. Well, I take this one, man. Oh man, bro. So the Roots, right? They got this song called "The Fire," and Black Thought, man, that man go through a thing. So they give me like when I feel like I got to get pumped up. You know what I'm saying? That'll be the song that I play to get me pumped up, and then Dwelle, he got this song called "The Truth." You know what I'm saying? And so, man, dude, that's my kick back and chill song. I got like a little 25 song rotation, but them my two songs right there, and they like stay in constant rotation. You know what I'm saying? But the fire, and then
Mm,
Dwelle the truth. You know what I'm saying?
okay. I she stays asleep.
I don't know. I don't have no answer to that question, bro. To be honest.
All right. Sunny Box Talk.
Peace. Yeah. Now that is a hard, tough question, man. It really is. I'm sitting here thinking. Uh, hmm. I don't really have one particular one that's like my favorite that really, influenced me in a positive way. Um, but there are some music that I know sometimes if I'm not in such a good mood that I can kind of turn on and it'll change the whole atmosphere of the room. Um, I'm big on Earth, Wind, and Fire for that. Um, a lot of some of Andre 3000 songs because he's kind of cut from the same cloth as Earth, Wind, and Fire in some of his music. Um, um, Reggae music, you know, they can kind of calm you down. Also, kind of, I actually work out the reggae music as
Okay.
slow as it is. Um, what else? Um, that's all I can think of right now, at the top of my head, brother. Um, of course of course you do have your music that you know. When you're thinking about your significant other or whatever, we all have some sort of music that we listen to, or on that level.
Uh-huh.
Um, at right times or whatever.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, that's about it, man. That's it for me right now.
Okay.
Well, I would say this.
Right.
I don't have no specific song, but when I do want to feel a lot more positive, or I want to hear like some substance, and I still want to listen to hip hop, honestly, I put on my man Common. And I put Common on because the things he say, man, it cuts deep.
Mm.
I put on that B album by Common.
Oh yeah.
Um,
One of his best.
yeah, I put on that B album. Or I put on um I think damn, I always forget the name of that album, but it's the album cover where he's like in space, like it's like the universe all around him. I forgot the name of that album, but I always throw that on because he the things he touch on, man, it just touch me, and it makes me, it uplifts me. Whenever I could listen to somebody that's kind of relatable to me, or I feel like he's speaking to me,
Uh-huh.
that's one of them. So I throw Common on.
Hmm. Okay. That's my turn, right? Um, there's this
Your
one
turn,
song,
brother.
huh?
Your turn, brother.
Okay. All right. Well, there's this one song when I'm down, and it makes me cry. So I'm like, feel like, understand, fam. Excuse me. The stylists make this song, "Children of the Night," and that's like over 7 minutes. It brings my blackness back in perspective. And why that's one of my favorites, because I'm sharing this for the family. I believe that to uplift somebody, you gotta share yourself. I didn't have it easy, and but it seems like when I hear that song, I need that cultural cleanliness. You know what I'm saying? Everything gotta come out. And then at the end, and then it seems like going to like maybe like to the 5 minute mark, that's when you hear they really jamming. Now, Sounds of Philadelphia, MFSB. I'm gonna do a live show about them. Watch out for that. But that's one of my favorite music thing. And I hear them, they was jamming the guitar, the flutes, the horns, French horns, the strings and stuff, the organs, and it's like the cleansing. It's like, okay, I got it. I got to remind about this oppressed world. I get that. That Children of the Night. Another song Family Reunion by the OJs. I believe that's back in 75. That's also still the sounds of Philadelphia. That's like over 6 minutes. And it's a bittersweet song for me. Why? Because of my father been, he hasn't been here over 29 years. My grandfather and stuff. But it brings me that connection of family that I'm keep on fighting to keep together throughout humanity, especially for us as a people. I guess that's probably one of the reasons why that I cook like that or something. Because I got that from my father and my moms, especially my father, because of that moment, that was his way to keep the family together. And that's what I do right here, despite I live alone, to keep the darkest family together. Because basically after tonight, or every night I get off, I be by myself, and that's my connection to y'all. And so those are the two songs that basically hear me out. But what I'm gonna close it out, brothers. I want you to stay right there, make your closing remarks. Also, you're gonna talk, say about your channel, and then I'm gonna do my own closing out, and like that. All right, we gotta post that. I gotta find how to post some of my thing too. I don't know how to do that yet, but I asked Brother Rob in a few minutes and stuff like that. Usually, lately I haven't announced anybody, but I'm gonna do it tonight because it's been a successful night. And family, thanks for coming. I had many as 28 people in the chat. That's the most I ever had, and I really appreciate that. Everybody in the chat, the ones in the chat from before, thank you so much. Let me get this off. Let's see. Poetic Kel, thanks a lot, Queen, to coming. I see. Thanks for coming. Thanks for keep the chat clear. No trolls. Gotta get to you in a few minutes. Sunny Box talk. Malik Omar, thanks for keeping the chat clear. Malik Omar, so thank you so much. Kappa, thanks for coming. Very much appreciated. Keen to the D-Zo, thanks for coming. Very much appreciated. I don't want to skip nobody. Brother Rob, I will get to you in a few. King Diesel, Brother Rob, I guess I get to you. So, that's the most likes I ever got too. Lala D, thanks Queen to coming. Support her. She be in Marlo's corner. Salute to Marlo's corner. She got extra information. Queen, who I am. Thank you, my sister, as always. Very much appreciated. Jeff George, thanks for coming. Derek Bailey, always salute to you. Think I missed somebody. No, I didn't. I didn't miss nobody. Nikki, thanks for coming. Very much appreciated. Also, thanks for keeping the chat clear. Thank you so much. Houdini, sometime. Thanks for coming late, but you made a great contribution. Chosen Queen, thank you so much for showing up. Support Chosen Queen. She's a spiritual woman of God. I want you to check her out. It's inspirational, and Check out. That's all I can say. Check out. Think I missed some? No, I didn't miss nobody. Dwell the truth. Yeah. Um. Yeah, I got that. Queen, who I am. I said King Diesel. Yeah, LDBC. Yes, LDBC. Anytime. Anytime, chosen one. And I want to thank you so much for your constant uh, compliments and stuff. That means a lot to me because sometimes us as black men, we do not get that. Sometimes we feel we get thrown in the river of this oppressed system. So I want to thank you so much for your constant support and so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna name it like this. Brother Rob, the educator, I want you to tell what you put on the chat, talk about the channel, and also last remarks. Uh, Sunny Boxing Talk, and she stay sleep.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to say thanks for having me tonight, man. It's always good to chop it up with the brethren. Um, um, I came in a little late, so I apologize if I wasn't in lockstep with everybody on the topic.
You made it up.
All right, but coming up, me and my squad, we call Live Vibe. You know, um we got a project that we gonna be dropping. It's called a Super Loud Edition. Um, I'm gonna eventually get my two partners in rhyme on here so that y'all can get to know them. Check out my channel. You can go under Bro Rob. I'm gonna be dropping something real soon on the Great Pyramid of Giza. It's just simply the numbers. Um, and the sacred geometry that's built into the building. I just wanted to get that out there. I did a build on 89 TV channel, me and DS1 a couple of days ago, and I told the brother that I had something that I wanted to put out here. And like I said, information, I ain't romanticize ancient Egypt or anything like that. I'm just talking about the one that's built into the building, and then also be looking out for the Vat Hour Volume 3. One more time, it's called a Super Loud Edition. I feel really good about the project. I feel like the listening audience gonna see that it's grown folks music, and it's all good vibes. I believe in good vibes, and I try to do that every time I do my thing. One more time, I love building with the brethren. Thank you for having me, and y'all have a good one.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Always a blessing. Like I said, it's a sport. Stay right there, brother Rob. Support the our brother, good brother Rob, the educator of our community. Anything that deals with school curriculum and stuff, go to him and he will help you out. All right, bam, bam, boom. Sunny Boxing Talk, your channel. Last remarks, please.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
1 2 1 2.
Word, man, word. Honest to everybody that showed up to the chat tonight. Thank you all. Honest to everyone who came to the wise words spoken. Appreciate all you brothers. And big honors to JT for the great platform. Uh, the channel Sunny's Boxing Talk. I am Sunny Justice Bay. Again, guys, look out for me. I'm gonna come out with a live stream pretty soon. Um, when I get closer, I'll let you guys know ASAP. Um, the topic today was we had a pretty good topics today. Um, we talked about Cat Williams and Kevin Hart and the whole situation, and we went into went into music, talked about hip hop, we talked about music and instruments. Today was a great build, another great show, another great stream. It's an honor for me to be here. You know what I mean? I appreciate you. Honors to you again, brother JT, for allowing me uh, um, to voice my measures on your platform, man. And again, honors to my brothers and my partners on the panel. With that, I say peace.
All right, stay right there. Um, Sheet, stay sleep.
I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I appreciate the brothers on the panel as always. And like Sonny said, this was a great show. Um, Tomorrow, y'all stay tuned for the Underrated Sports Show that will be here, Underrated Darkness Channel. Um, Check me out, Sheep Stay Sleep TV, one word. That's Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Uh, Check out my last live stream I done. Check out my new series I started, the Car Rant series. I'm just in my car, ranting about different things. So check that out, and I appreciate all the love and the support, man. And Sonny, I want to chop it up with you about the your new health journey, brother, and maybe you could help me out with some things, man. So I'm gonna put my email in the chat, and just hit me up, bro, and I want to chop it up with you.
True indeed, brethren. No doubt. Got you.
Um, I usually come out and say this, but I'm going to say this, that I want to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart so much to make this channel real as it gets. I want to thank y'all so much from the people who've been on the panel in the past, who've been on the panel now, that people have been rocking me with me ever since I had to start from the beginning again. This has been a long journey for me, and my journey ain't finished. I'm just starting. Um, and I just want to let you know that I'm grateful. You know, I am grateful and I'm humble of the opportunity that y'all helped me to create these things that's happened that how nobody don't want to touch. I always want to press the envelope. I always want to be on the edge because when I'm doing that, I'm doing it because I want the truth prevail. I want us to improve. I want us to fight for our rights as a people of throughout of this human race. And I gotta keep on doing it. Even though I don't get the notarization that I should, but I'm going to keep on going. And I want to thank each and every one of y'all, even the new ones coming, part of the Darkness family. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you so much. And wherever help you need me on your platform, I'm here. But I gotta say this: the ones I know, the ones y'all ain't coming. And I understand that. You're busy. Just remember, I made time for y'all too. And just me, trust me. And I got my eyes on you. But see, God always has. When the ones who do not appreciate you, God always puts some there to appreciate you more. And I'm grateful. I am grateful for the bottom of my heart. I am humbled. And that's what it's all about. You know, Sonny said, you know, focus face. Yeah, I am focused. I'm more focused than ever. Because if people know what I've been through, I'm focused as ever. I'm the darkness. And just remember, you never know when I'm coming. But when I'm coming, real stuff happening. On behalf of my brothers, the educator brother Rob, Sheet Stay Sleep TV, and Sunny Boxing Talk, and on behalf of the ones who show up on the chat, we did record numbers tonight. For me, it's record numbers. Let's make it happen. Let's make it bigger. Because like I said, it ain't all about the darkness. Part of the darkness part started. I just flick a fire on it. I just put it in. Let the flames let the positive flames go up. Let's keep this going. Let's show the rest of the people know that what on here is the truth. No matter what it is, you stand the truth. We have to understand, man or woman, if you made a mistake, you're going to get called out for it. But even if you do good deeds, you're going to be commended for it. So again, like She Stay Sleep say, come back tomorrow. Underrated Sports Show, my brother co-host, She Stay Sleep TV. Most likely if Sonny come, he be on there, so he be my second co-host at times. So they will chop it up. We gonna come with a banger tomorrow. Let's try to get them likes and views up on my past live streams. I knocked out 2 good ones. Carl Rand, he did something. Check that out throughout this past weekend. Family doing big things, all right? Check out brother Rob's stuff too. He was Sunny. He did some stuff in the past. Want y'all check it out too. Just remember, the Darkest family is growing. Can never stop. Can never stop. That good black smoke can never stop. That good black smoke. I'm going to say it again. You can never stop that good black smoke when the Darkest family come through. Everybody have a good night. On that note, get host.